How's everyone doing? What's up? Remember, news is tomorrow. Let me put that out there. Late stream tonight. News tomorrow at high noon. All right. All right. There we go. All right, let's jump into this. I just have a few random things to do. We'll do them on stream. We'll see how it goes. First things first. Null Cloud, sign up. I think we have a problem. There we go. That's not the problem I thought we had. But it's definitely definitely a different problem. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, this one. What? Ooh, explain this in Edge. Come on. Do it. Explain this one. There we go. Come on, let's see. Blocked by client. Can you tell me what and why? Let's check out the network, actually. Disable extensions. Yeah, the network request is a good place to start. Extensions, do extensions. So I'm not seeing. Oh, here we go. That's better. Let's see. Response. No. This is interesting. Why does this matter? Something weird is going on. So that's just in the initial loading, which I'm not even sure. Is this getting injected by Cloudflare since it sits behind it? The Cloudflare Insights? I need to look into that. Not sure. But that shouldn't actually affect clicking this button. Except that it seems like because of that, it has frozen doing anything else. I wonder if we can like, let's just do Firefox. Let's just do Firefox. Let's see, there we go, okay. I'm wondering if I just need to clear the cache. Oh, that's localhost. Let's see, nullcloud.io, let's go. Yeah, there's something. I'm interested because I've never seen a website fail this way. I'm getting that it's clearing the cache, but I also don't think we should be calling this. Can we just go here? Is there anything hosted here? I doubt it. Okay. We'll dumpster dive into that later. Yeah, it's not gonna load. Okay, no problem. This is all in the front end. That's not right. Oh, stink. We want the front end API. My bad. There we go. All right, this is what we were working on. I remember now. Okay, so we need to pretty much rework all of this. So we have this run. And in this run, we're basically waiting for messages to get passed to this thing. And we want to queue them up in the back end here. Okay, that's right. Let's see, delete this as we have a message queue. Right. So right now we're not actually using the message queue. But basically we need to make this run spawn 2 tasks, 2 threads. One to do this, and then one to do one to actually read, or to move the queue forward. Right. Okay. We're just gonna make this a function. Yeah. And then we'll add it up here. And that's what this was. This was us making a function. Actually, ChatGPT made this function, which I think it was actually pretty close, right? Let's look over it. So I don't know that we need the loop. We'll do the loop in outside of this. So let's get rid of that. Yeah. We won't loop in here. This isn't meant to consume the thread. All right, so we're gonna get a message off the queue. Yep. We have to match because the message queue pop front could be none, right? So it's either some or none. If we have some message, we're gonna send it on to the thing. This TX just, what was I gonna say? This TX just sends to a thing that sends it on the WebSocket. That's all. Yeah. Okay, so, and then none, we're just gonna sleep for 1 second. Do we handle timing in here? Or do we handle timing outside of this. Really, I feel like this should be like, let me draw this out so I have it in my head. Okay, so I feel like, okay, let's get off of red. Let's go with a solid line. There we go. What do I feel like? All right, so each message, each of these messages, wait, is it Shift K? What was this? Yeah, it was Shift K. Each of these display messages, this type of display message, has a calculated amount of time based off of the length of message. And I don't remember what that logic was. It's pretty dumb, though. It's like, I want to say it's like, I don't remember. It's like half a second per character or something like that. It's maybe less time than that. Or did we count by words? I think we actually do it by words. Maybe it's half a second per word. That's what I'm thinking. Anyways, so it has a calculated amount how long to display the message, which we need to actually integrate into this. So if we're using htmx to push a rendered thing, if we're using htmx to push this rendered thing, then what we need to be doing here we have a queue. All right. And we basically want to check this queue. We need to keep checking the queue. If there's nothing in it, we want to sleep. You know, when somebody hits us the subscribe or follow button, nobody expects it to be immediate. And it's really not immediate because there's definitely time. There's definitely time. I need to turn this down a little. I can't even hear myself think. There's definitely time between that and when the AI populates it, depending on how well the AI is doing that night. And hopefully if we're running the AI locally, that will be faster. So then if we're watching the queue, now if there's nothing we want to sleep, right? Okay, let's what are we doing? I gotta get my head in this game. I don't want this to deal with the sleeping. I think I'm almost thinking that we just do this, actually. But this then seems like a dumb wrapper, but get next message. Super dumb name. Let's see. Get rid of this. And then we got to do what? I don't like what I'm doing. This would be display message. And then let's see. This would just be return message, which makes this a dumb function. So let's not do this. Let's not do this because this makes this a super dumb function. Because you just return whatever pop front returned. Yeah. I'm vetoing this change. I just had to think it through. All right. So what are we going to do? We're going to get, what we really need to do, we need to track if something's being displayed. So we need to check if something's being displayed. If not, check if there is something to be displayed. So first we check if there's something being displayed. But what is driving this? Because I would almost say that if something is being displayed, we should create a callback and we should just wait for that callback. But if something's not being displayed, we really shouldn't need to wait. And like, we shouldn't have to keep checking. We should just wait for something to put something in the queue, right? And when something puts something in the queue, it should, when something gets put in the queue, it should like, call the function to check, right? Okay. If that's the case, we'll leave that. Let's try to just, I guess maybe write it in here. We gotta maintain some state. How do we want to do that? Do we do it like this and just pass it in? I think that's maybe the best way to do it. It's the way we were going instead of having a mutable reference to self. Because we've got to have that htmx object. Thing. I don't know. Okay, so we have this htmx thing that could be displayed or not displayed. And then we need a callback. I don't remember how to do that off the top of my head. Let's go see how I did that the first time. Actually, I was in the right place. Ooh, I don't want to do it that way. This is in the WASM, and we're leveraging, let's see, we're leveraging something we're like using their event messages. This is use stuff, so we can't use this because this is just a youth specific thing. Okay, we gotta look that up then. Rust timer event. Yeah. Tokyo, I'm sure, has something. All right, sweet. Utilities for tracking time. Oh, this is really interesting. A queue where items are returned once a requested delay has expired. That's interesting. I don't think it actually works for us because I think this is items inside the queue requesting their own, and we would want it to be serialized, one after the other. If they were both put in there with 1 minute, they would both end at the same time, right? Okay. Yeah. We got that one. Let's see, delay. Ooh, sorry. I just bumped the microphone. Let's see. I want like a callback, right? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe I'm thinking wrong here. Self.connection state.client. Let's see. These aren't quite what I want, because I don't want something that yields. I want like a callback. At least that's what I was thinking. Let's see. Yeah, this feels crude to me because you're just waiting this. I guess if it's on its own thread, that works okay. In that case, I can just do it more dumb than that. I don't need something fancy like that. I don't know why I'm so stumped on this. I don't know why this is the difficult problem. I don't know how I want to structure this code. Is this what I used last time? Let's see. I don't care about the shuttle stuff. We do need to add the htmx stuff. I can do that while my brain has spun up a process on that. Let's see. Blarg. That is not what was it that I used? Let's go dumpster dive. I had it in here somewhere. Let's see, we had what, htmx stuff? I think it's htmx. Let's see. Yeah, htmx test. Askama. I don't know how to. Let's go. I think that's it. I think this is it. Is this still the best htmx? Okay, so we're using Axum. Good. Let's see. SQLX, I love it. I love it. Let me see what this looks like really quickly. Let's see. This is what we probably want. Yeah. Okay, so where does this HTML? This is okay. There we go. I think we just try to do it like this again. We'll get new versions. We'll get new versions for sure. Right, and we were only using Tokyo Tungstenite. That's interesting. We're going to need to use the WebSocket functionality. I don't know how that's going to play with the backend. I don't know how that's going to play with the backend. You know, we'll include these. I don't know if we need Axum or not. I assume we need the Axum for the first loading of all the files that then the backend will create the WebSocket with. That's going to be my assumption, but maybe Axum can do WebSockets without Tokyo Tungstenite. So I'm not entirely sure. All right. Let's actually beautiful. Let's go get a actual actual version. We will take this one. What? 0260. 026 0. All right. Uh, 12.1. Is that what we have? Is that what we have? We have 12.1. Okay. Dead project. It's been 7 months. Ooh. Let's actually see that repo. All right, last week. They just haven't cut a new release. Okay, cool. All right, and then we can just jump back over here and check this. I gotta remember how we did all this. So we're doing this to build the HTML that gets rendered. So basically, yeah, we're rendering out this, and this macro renders out the actual string of, yeah. No. Thank you. Okay, so I think that's what it does. I'm not so great at reading Rust macros. I really need to learn them. It's on my list. I need to. Maybe one of these evenings we'll do a dumpster dive into Rust macros. That's what we'll do next week. We'll do a Rust macro stream. I'll probably be screaming just a little bit. I need to just dive into them. They always scare me. I love using them, just not a fan of writing them. All right, let's see. So we have our routes. Fine. And then these just return markup. Right. I feel like this is a mistake. I feel like mistakes have been made. Now what we have to do is we also have to get this into this project. Like, we're going to need to spawn a couple more things. We could move this loop. Yeah, let's move this loop into a function. Let's see, what are we needing in here? We're needing the message queue. So we need this thing right here. Yeah. And then honestly, that's all we'll need because all of this stuff will fall away. Right? I think. So let's put only what needs to be in there. We also need the receiver. Silly me. So we need this state. Okay. That's fine. Okay. So let's just move all this into a function instead of right here. Is this wait, this isn't quite right? No, this isn't right at all. I'm not sure what it was doing, but handle message. Wait. Did it just simplify what I needed to do? Let me paste what we needed to do down here. All right, so we need to build the connection. None of this is happening. It's coming from the connection state, which is what we're supposed to be doing up here. Let's see. Where we get the connection state, but this is not. No, this isn't right. This isn't right. We're just going to take this and we can probably simplify it. It probably needs to be simplified. This was written eons and eons ago and could probably need quite a bit of simplification. Let's see. This is like what, 3 this way, done. All right. Why aren't you complaining? You should complain. There should be errors in this. There should be errors. Yeah, I for sure don't have a state 2. What is this thing? This is an arc mutex hash map. Ooh, do I have a yeah, a connection map? Cool. So we'll pass it in as a connection map. Yep, that's what this is. Okay, we'll just call it. Yeah, connection state's probably a better name than just state 2. Okay, fair. Then we need the message queue. We got the message queue. Good. Now we need the receiver. We have the receiver here, so we can pass that in. Cool. Let's actually throw this. We'll need that actually. Let's see. Go back. Oh, no, go back one more. There we go. All right. So we have our receiver. We're waiting on it. Then we match on message. Right. This is no longer state and state 2. Let's change this to... whoa. Nope. Nope. Connection state. And then we'll leave that state 2 for right now because that will make the rest of the stuff work in here. Cool. And then we have our message queue, which is behind an arc. We're gonna push back. Okay. Did I get everything? Did I? I don't know why. Rust Analyzer isn't complaining. There's mistakes. We don't have a display message. That can go. Yeah. Okay. There's errors in here, and I just don't know why. Now, we got rid of the loop. No, it's right here. Okay. Cool. Now we can just do like this, right? Let's see. Yes, that right there. This should work, right? Mm-hmm. And let's rename this so that we don't have connection state. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Now, do we await in here? Is there any time when we're... Or is this fully consuming this thread? I don't see an await in... Oh, we do right here. So we will acquiesce to the... We're not just going to thrash this thread. We can probably put a small sleep in here. Just so that this loop doesn't... Wait. No, we should be fine because this should pause it, right? Yeah. This receive, right? Receive the next value of this receiver. This method returns none if the channel has been closed and there are no messages. The channel is buffer, but the channel has not yet been closed. This method will sleep until the message is sent. Right. So this is going to do exactly what we want. So no need for us to do anything. This should work perfectly. Okay, cool. I still don't think I've written perfect code here. I still think there's errors. Yeah, I still think there's errors, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll keep going. Okay, so now that we have that a little bit tidied up, the other thing that we need to do is serve the front end and start figuring that out. That's going to be fun from within a run. We can't do it like we did over here. Like this. Let's see. Fetch all, pull, await. Right, this is just building a vector of to-do templates, which is just this. I'm not going to do this, I don't think. I think I'm going to do it inline text with mod. I think. We're just messing around at the moment. What are we doing? We have some Twitch alerts. They only work for Twitch right now, not YouTube. So sorry, YouTube. But we have some Twitch alerts, and we're kind of reworking on them. So we had this stream last week where we did some stuff, and we had the alerts turned off, but we could only turn them off. That way they didn't disrupt the stream anyways. And so what we wanted was a way to pause them, which included queuing. And then while we were doing that, we decided that it would be fun to do this thing with htmx. So right now, the front end actually builds up a queue. The front end is building up this queue and slowly working through the queue. And what we're doing is we're going to shift this all to the back end. So the queue's here. So we can send a signal, an API request to pause. There is a fantastic Twitch alert example. So that's an AI we made here on stream that does that. Well, we didn't actually make the AI, but we do want to make our own AI eventually for that. Where it just makes a personalized message. Thank you so much for testing that out for us. So that's the system that we're working on right now. And we're in uncharted waters because I have no idea what I'm doing with htmx. I've only done the basics of htmx, and this is going to do htmx with a WebSocket. Because basically how those Twitch alerts work is it's always there. It's a web browser view, and you basically push what we're going to be doing is pushing a new view. And then when it's supposed to be done, we're going to push a new view, which is blank. So we're going to drive it all from here. The cool thing about that was nice for this system here, is that means that all of the Twitch alerts get queued here. And that means we can pause them and then we can play them, which I thought was a pretty cool thing, because right now they just happen, the queue gets built up here. So if 20 people follow at the same time or subscribe at the same time, they're going to be built up here, and they're just going to rapid fire go through them. And there's no way to pause it. So anyways, so when I do educational stuff and whatnot, it'd be really cool to be able to pause Twitch alerts while I'm recording the video here live, and then we can go through the Twitch alerts that I missed and things like that. So that's what we're doing right now. Effectively, we're just messing around. Nothing important. Tomorrow I do the news. And then Saturday, I do my Rust and Kubernetes class. So actually tomorrow evening, I might get on again because I need to work out. The last time we did the Rust class, we kind of deviated. And so I kind of need to work out what I'm doing on Saturday because it's deviated from my happy path. We deviated and we need to make sure we're on track. So I might stream tomorrow night. That will be a surprise just for you guys. Special Friday night stream. All right. What were we doing? Oh, okay. So we made this a little cleaner. We're also cleaning up some of the code. This was code written a long time ago, really quickly. Just got it to work. It works. All right. How's everyone doing tonight? We read S5. Thanks for following. I appreciate it. We have a goal, 1,000 followers. I'm working on, and that's not combining YouTube and Twitch, or else we'd be a lot closer. That's just Twitch followers. I'm working on a YouTube video just for celebrating 1,000 followers. So the faster you get there, hopefully I'm ready for it. My Twitch it's really unique. You know, on YouTube, I go by Null Labs because, you know, I think Null is fascinating. I think it's an interesting thing. And then Twitch, I was like, I could go by something really cool and mysterious like that, or I could just go with my name and dox myself. So that's what I did. That's what I did. So that there's no connection between my YouTube and my Twitching. Didn't want that. You know how many times people have been like, I found you on YouTube and I was looking for you on Twitch. And couldn't find me. It's a great way of doing things. Let me tell you. It's a great way. Okay, so let's thank you so much. Thank you for the follow. Glad you found me if you were from Twitch or from YouTube. You know what class I'll never do? Social media and how to be a live streamer. I do the what you shouldn't do pretty much consistently. All right. If you guys did miss it, for any of you just joining, I did a really big stream last week with Aerospike. And I'm super gracious that they gave me their time to do that. Interviewed some people, quite a few people. You should go check that out. You can just do in Twitch. You can do this, YouTube, and it'll list you my YouTubes. It's in the Null Labs live because it was live, but I am putting some in the Null Bytes. I'm gonna do a trailer for them in the Null Labs, like my main channel, but I haven't gotten to that. That's gonna be this weekend or next weekend or some weekend. Hopefully this weekend, but all right, let's see. We have this Tokyo spawn, cool. What we need is basically to do the same thing except with mod. We're gonna do I was gonna look how we did it over here. Okay. Ooh, we should do it with tracing, shouldn't we? Seems like so much work. Okay, we'll do it with tracing. No, we'll start without tracing. We'll add it. Let's see. We're not gonna use all of this, but we're gonna start with it and then just cut it out, what we don't want. Let's do Tokyo spawn async move. Yes, please. We're not gonna do this. We're gonna that's gonna get me in trouble. There's gonna be at least one bug because of this. At least. Let's see. I'm guessing 2. Yep, that was wrong. That was just super wrong, actually. There we go. Okay, so we have this. We can delete all of this. We can delete this. We'll keep the Axum serve. Let's see. We'll need that. We'll need the index because that's what it's going to pre-populate when the client makes the connection. I I do believe we'll have to have this asset because this is how it will get the sounds and the pictures that it has to load, right? So one thing with htmx is because it doesn't have this front end that sits here, you've got to be able to make sure that it can load the things that it needs from here. Which I don't remember our directory structure. Maybe we'll shove it all in assets. I don't think it is. So let's do this. I'm not gonna get hung up on this right now, but this is one thing that remember that these needs served by engine X in production. So if you guys remember, we had that bug where they weren't going through engine X. If we change something here, we just need to remember that. Okay, we don't actually need this because there is none. All right, and then this is the API routes. I don't know that we have any right now. We just need the index. Layer. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this. Yep, we'll just delete it. We don't have any state right now. Let's go. Okay, there we go. I pasted a whole lot for very little. That was not worth, right? That was not worth it. Ooh. I do that to myself. I'm like, oh yeah, I can just grab this and then I can just filter out the stuff. And then I'm filtering out. I'm like, I could have just written what I needed. All right, should we copy and paste the index? Yeah. Since we didn't learn our lesson from last time, this won't help us at all. This won't help us at all. What we can do is look for the mod. I think that's how it's pronounced. Let's see. Just as an example, because it's like this one. We're just gonna do this one. Yeah, this one. All right, we'll call this index. Everything should be happy. Everything should be happy. Let's see if this builds. I have a high suspicion. Very high suspicion. This will not build. Oh, I don't know what I was doing here. Let's get out of that. Okay, so cargo build. That's not what we want, is it? Let's see if we have it in our cargo build bin. That'll be fine. Uh-oh. Invalid. No. Oh, that is invalid, isn't it? My bad. My bad. How did I do this? Didn't I copy and paste? How do I screw up copy and pasting? All right. Oh, that's true. That's true. This is just cargo build. Silly me. Silly me. All right. Subscribe event. Clone is not satisfied for a subscribe event. How did I break something completely not related to what I'm working on? How did this happen? So what's happening here and why it's building all of it is this is part of a workspace. And so it builds the whole workspace. That's why you can see like workspace equals true. So we can get out of here and jump into the whole workspace and jump over to this. So this is in messages. I don't know how this broke. It terrifies me. That was in the lib. Yeah, okay. How did this break? So even when you build just an individual, because those can have interdependencies, it's fine. How is this broken? The trait clone is not implemented for subscribe. It's not. I mean, it's not wrong. How has this ever worked? It's not wrong. It didn't implement it, but I don't know how it ever worked. Holy cow. Okay, this is more of what I expected inside the front-end API. I knew that I had bugs that it wasn't catching, and I guess it wasn't catching it because it couldn't build the workspace, which would make sense, but I'm not entirely sure of how it... Like I said, that terrifies me. Absolutely terrifies me. Now Rust Analyzer is like, I can work. I wish Rust Analyzer had been like, I can't build the workspace or something. Like, even now it's not giving me an error, is it? Oh, no, it is. It is. Oh, phew. Cool. All right. Can't call receiver.clone. What is this receiver? Yeah, there's a clone. There's a clone. You can... Oh, you know what? I bet you I've never cloned the message, and that's why it's never demanded that it had clone. And then I'm cloning the message. I bet you that's why it broke it. That's cool, actually. That's actually cool. Okay, let's see. No, you can clone these, right? Ooh. You can't clone the receiver. That's absolutely right. You can clone the sender. You can't have multiple receivers. What am I doing here? I have made mistakes. My mistakes are great. Do I need to? I don't need to, right? This is just going to own the receiver. So let's do this. Not clone. We're just gonna... I think that should... if I didn't Golang it out right here. Okay. There we go. Okay. We'll just do that. I don't think anything else is supposed to be listening. Yeah. We don't need a multi-receiver. Got it. Okay. It's only multi-sender. Only multiple things can send to it. All right. What? It failed to resolve router. Oh, I didn't do the imports. Good. Just like I planned it. Let's see if... that's not what I wanted. I wanted Axum. I think we can just do prelude, and that should get us most of the way. Not all of the way. Is router not in prelude? Is that true? That cannot be. Okay. What else? Yeah, I don't think we need the duration. I don't think we do. Yeah, I don't think we needed half of the stuff that it gave me. Let's see. That gives us router. I don't know. Okay. What does prelude give us if it doesn't give us those things? I don't know. What is this error it's giving us up here? I'm not sure. It's not actually letting me go to it. Oh, unresolved import Axum pre. Oh, Axum prelude is maybe just not. Maybe they don't do this. That's fine. In that case, we need to do. We need to import all of it, which we had over here. Ooh, I don't remember where that is. It was what? htmx, not zx. I can type. I just want to get the imports really quickly. That's what we need. All right, all right. Now we're cooking. We'll figure this out. Greyjack, you know what? I know that I actually like the prelude though. I don't know. I understand the reasons people have against it. But I also think that if you're just, it's probably like this. This is going to be my take on it. Prelude is like unwrap. You don't use them in production, but prototyping, it's amazing. Right, Greyjack. It's not a production thing, but it's amazing for you're just like, I just want to try some stuff here. And I don't really like my imports because I'm hacking around. My imports are going to change a bunch. And I don't want to sit here and manage my imports. You know, I kind of just want to work on figuring out how to do this stuff and not where it's located. So I love Prelude because I see it like this. I also love Unwrap, and I think people should feel more okay to use Unwrap when they're just hacking around. I just want to see if this works. I just want to get this block of code out, and I just want to hit run, and I want to see, maybe it explodes on the Unwrap, but it doesn't matter. I don't care. It's not production. It's just, yeah. Anyways. Yeah, this is something I've never done before, except in this little demo here, was this tower HTTP. And this was just me following somebody else, learning HTMX. I don't know what I'm typing. So, yeah, Greyjack, this is probably like one of my... I both love and dislike Rust modules, because they're almost very verbose on purpose. But like that verbosity is good in production and I like it, but for hacking it's terrible. And like, I feel like this is the classic Rust thing. It's like, for actually being good code, it's great. For hacking, it feels rough sometimes. And that's what I like the Prelude for, is like, okay, just import it. If you hide that it exists, Greyjack, does it really exist? What's the module? What's the lib? Janet RS. Greyjack's Janet RS. Is this JaNet, like a .net thing, or is it Janet? I don't know. Maybe neither. A crate with high-level bindings to Janet C API. Cool. All right, leave an issue. New issue needs a prelude. I'm just teasing. Janet, like the name. Cool, cool. I've never used the Janet language. So I have no idea. I have no idea what it is. But cool, cool. Let's give that a star. Anybody else watching? We have a celebrity with us. Oh, it's Lisp-like? That's why I've never used it. We've solved that mystery now. I'm sorry. Why have I never used this language before? Oh. I'm just not smart enough. This is not a knock on anybody using it. This is just... It's a knock on me. Not nearly... Lisp-like things are just above my pay grade. Okay. I'm not sure. Like, this seems wrong to me, this tower HTTP. I feel like you should use Axum. Because, like, all we're trying to do here is serve this static directory. But I don't know. I don't know if Axum has a thing for that. Let's Google it really quickly. You probably want to hide it from the Rust doc, just not to get flamed from the Rust community. I like Axum, so I've just been recently using Axum. I used to also not use Axum, but I'm doing like a little Rust class on Saturdays. I do a Kubernetes and Rust class on Saturdays. And I'm using Axum because Axum keeps it all in Tokyo. So it's all... I'm just using Tokyo stuff because it's a Rust 101, Rust for the absolute beginners. So we'll use, you know, their tracing, their whatnot. So like we're just building it layer by layer. And if Tokyo has a thing, I'm using it. So anyways, I'm using Axum for the first time because of that. And I like it. I like it. It's actually pretty nice. Yeah. I just don't know all of its... Yeah. So I did this. I followed this. This is an example for htmx that I followed as we were playing around with htmx. And it's using Axum to do like the serving, but it's also using Tower HTTP to do the static asset, which I feel like, I don't know. I feel like we should be able to do it with just Axum. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong, and this could be the right call to use this Tower HTTP. So they have this servdir. So I think I'm just going to do that. Yeah. Okay. Don't just blindly follow somebody else's guide, please. Wait till I make a guide, because it will be worse. Somehow it will be worse. You never knew. You never knew it was possible, but it could be worse than their guide. So we're just going to do this, though. All right, let's see. We'll just do that. Yeah. Now we should have to import servdir. Have no idea where that is imported from. Oh, it's from Tower HTTP. So in their example for Axum, they use Tower HTTP. So like I was saying, this person that did this that we followed for the htmx did it right. They did it right. They did it right. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. I have no idea what ChatGPT is wanting to import, but we imported it. Yeah, we did. All right. Now we got to go back into our cargo and redo our, let's see. Can we just undo that? Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Actually, what's a good version? Is that a good version now? Is that a good version of Axum? 7.5. We are way behind. No, 7.4. We're just one minor release away. 0.5, and now we're up to date. Up to date. I actually think we can get rid of Askama because I think we're just going to use mod. This may be a mistake, but what we need is so super simple for our Twitch alerts that that I think we'll be fine with just mod. Oh, you got a job writing Rust? Lucky you. Do you do a lot of crypto? That's awesome. That's awesome. They're becoming more prevalent in the industry. I mean, like even Microsoft and AWS hire Rust engineers, so it's becoming, but it's still like a lot of the big players. It's hard to find smaller shops. Cool. All right, I'm gonna just try to mod this out. So for those of you who are just joining, we have what we're doing is we're re-architecting our Twitch alerts. So we wrote our Twitch alerts from the ground up. Our Twitch alerts are AI powered, so everybody gets a custom message written just for them. But what happens is we have this smart client that maintains this queue. And so if like a lot of people subscribe or there's a gifted, like a bunch of gifted subs or something, it queues up in the front end, not in the back end. And so we're moving that queue to the back end, and then we're going to try to use htmx to actually drive the front end, what it looks like, since the queue's here. And this is going to allow us to pause, because one of the things that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to record some educational stuff and whatnot, and during those times I want to be able to pause. I want to be able to pause our alerts, and when I do that, well, yeah, I want to pause our alerts. And what I want to do is, right now, how I paused our alerts was to actually just delete the element, the web browser element. Which isn't great, because what it means is anybody that subscribed or followed or whatnot during the stream, I never got to see, and they didn't get to see. And I couldn't, like, we had intermissions and stuff where we could have played those things, but we didn't because, well, we couldn't pause it. So anyways, that's what we're kind of doing, which it's kind of a big change, because we're going from a U a U front end, a very smart U front end, to a very, very dumb front end with htmx, and all driven from this backend. This is this is our for fun project when I don't want to work on the hard things. So we have some more difficult things. We've been working on the null cloud, and that's more difficult. And so I work on this when I don't want to work on that, because I only have so many brain cells, and that requires a decent number to work on it. Oh dear. So yeah, that's yeah, it's just fun. The code's kind of crappy. It is open source though, so if somebody else wanted these, it's open source, but I don't think another developer could use it just yet, because there's too much that's hard coded. You know, if you go into our AI manager, there's like hard coded strings of how I want to deal with the AI. Whereas we really need to make that more configurable for people if they wanted to be able to use it, unless if they wanted to respond just like I want it to respond. Yeah. The two you have are in difficult side right now? Why? Well, I mean, the one's self-explanatory. Lisp. You dug your own grave with that one. Oh, one technologically difficult, the other theoretically difficult. That's what this is. This is just a, yeah. You know, I called I called AWS, GCP, and Azure out for not innovating, and then I was like, you know what I'm going to do on stream? As a single developer, I'm going to innovate cloud technologies they've never innovated. And then it's like, do I have the ideas and whatnot? Yes. Do I have the brain cells late at night or on the weekends to do it? I don't know. Writing a libc in Rust. Oh, good luck. Good luck. All right, Gray Jack. So you're going to appreciate version 2.0 of Merrick's Twitch alerts. So a friend of mine, an internet friend, I've never met him in person, is working on Anathema. So Togglebit, he's actually a fantastic Rust streamer. If you guys don't know who this is, go check out Togglebit. He's a fantastic Rust streamer, much better Rust streamer than I am. Okay, so version 2.0, once we get this worked out, and this is the alert side of it, this is just the tip of the iceberg for my streaming empire. So one, we have to integrate YouTube, because I feel bad. YouTube's a little left out. But the next thing to happen is, like, in a bit, I'm going to go get a drink. And when I go get a drink, I would like for Twitch. See, Gray Jack, there's the Twitch alerts currently in production. Running our own custom one. In the darkest hour, Gray Jack, face the null party. We have a common foe, Gray Jack. We have a common foe. It's called Lisp. I'm gonna get you on board that it's actually your foe, but thank you guys so much for following. You guys are fantastic. Okay, sorry. Part 2, version 2 of this. Once we've worked out all of this stuff, is when I go and get a drink and whatnot and take a break on the longer Saturday streams, what needs to happen is there needs to be a terminal app that plays Wordle. But the word is going to be generated by the AI, and then it's going to be Twitch plays Wordle. So everybody like guesses a letter, and the letter that gets guessed the most is going to be what's guessed effectively. So it's going to be Twitch plays Wordle. I think it should be fun. And then we're going to do Twitch plays Dungeons and Dragons. So the AI is going to be like a dungeon master, and Twitch is gonna, it's gonna offer like 3 choices. And again, Twitch chat's gonna get to pick a number by voting. Each person's gonna, vote on a number. And then the AI is just gonna randomly decide what happens and whatnot. So that's like version 2.5. We're working on version 1. It's still in pre-beta. But I have enough stuff with this. We'll keep going with it for a while. But then it's all open source, and hopefully other people that want to stream can pick it up and use it. It will have Twitch alerts. It will have the whole system. Maybe we host it so people can use it without having to host it themselves. I'm not super worried about that. But yeah, if they want to host it, they can take it and run with it. All right. Okay, so we got this served-er. So it turns out that, as I was saying, they use Tower. So I guess Axum recommends using Tower to serve a directory. Beautiful. All right. Okay, so the trait bound this is not satisfied. Oh, you know what? I do a lot. Oh, it is async. Oh, but this is erroring. It's probably just because this function is erroring. Okay, markup. We need mod markup. Mod markup. Let's do that. I think it's just use mod. Yeah. Oh, no. That right there. Bunch of warnings. We'll ignore those. We'll ignore those. I just wanted to get back to where we were. I could have just controlled O'd, which would have been way better. Wow, we have a lot of errors, but none here. None here. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. All right, borrow error. That's not a problem. Not a problem at all. And that fixed this. Okay, cool. So we fixed our route. All right, that being said, I'm going to go get a drink because it's about time for an ad anyways. It says it's going to be in 6 minutes, so I'll just go play that ad early and I'll go get a drink. And I'll be right back. And then we'll get to some of the other errors that have been piling up. There's no Wordle for you to play. It's not done yet. All right. Oh, so many errors. This is not cool. We need to, so I just recently moved to Kickstart. And there's some things I need to do. Like I want to have, I need to update this a little bit more, but you know, this is fine. Okay, let's see. This looks fine. Use of move value rec. Wait. Use of moved value. In previous iteration of the loop. Oh, yeah. I don't like this. Right, this isn't gonna work either, right? Because it's gonna also get the moved. Ooh. Ooh. Let's see. How do we want to deal with this? We can just pass the message in and not the receiver. Right? I don't like this pattern. I'm probably doing something wrong as a whole here. I'm probably doing something wrong as a whole here. Because I don't love this. Receiver can't be cloned. Oh well. Let's see. That's maybe true. We'll do it anyways. What is this warning us? Move occurs because listener has typed Tokyo Net TCP listener, which does not implement the copy trait. Okay. So it's just warning me that there's a move. Got it. Value moved here. Yep. Oh, this is why it's warning me. This is why it's warning me right here. Okay, we tracked it down. What did we change to make this break? So let's just throw this listener. Can't we just throw this in this spawn here, right? Because this is our this is our Tokyo one. So yeah, let's ooh, are we really using that? Yeah, we are. Oh, okay. So originally we were only ever listening on the WebSocket, right? Right? This right here. And this is where we'll do the upgrade to WebSocket. This is the accept connection. So on accept, we do the accept connection where we handle the connection, which handle connection upgrades it to the WebSocket stream. Right. Okay. Ugh. So that means we need 2. We need, okay. So yeah, let's do this. Let's just slap this in here. A little more copy and paste. I've heard it's what the pros do. But we need a different address, right? Let's make this explicit up here. We'll just need to build out. Do we just put a separate address on self? Yeah, I think maybe that's what we do. I think that's maybe what we do. Let's do WS address and then HTTP address. Seems good. Seems good. What? I was mistyping. And then this would be the WS. And I mean, it's really just the port, but okay. All right. Yep. So this is our WebSocket address. You know, the WebSocket portion might be changing anyways. Because I don't know exactly. We're in unshredded waters. These waters have not been shredded before because we're changing a lot of stuff. It used to just be this WebSocket that pushed to the front end. And now we're going to have a web server that, you know, this will get the index from and it will serve the assets from. But then there's an htmx WebSocket extension that we're going to have to leverage to make a WebSocket back to do all the actual magical work. So, you know, I really don't, if it looks like I'm just kind of like throwing stuff in here, it is, because whatever I write right now is not going to work. I can just give you that much. Let HTTP address equals that. Let's just use that in here so we don't put self in a different thread. Done. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Awesome. Let's see the next error. Cannot find value. Message queue arc in this scope. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, it's just the message queue. Just that. Done. Enclosing closure. I think that I need to turn these off. These are super annoying. Like, I don't know how to read these, to just be fair. Because, like, it says stuff that's basically fact. It's like, yes, this is enclosing a closure. I get it. Like, that's... But usually it's because something else is upset. But, like, it's not useful. Like, so when I go to next error, it goes to this. And it's like, this isn't actually useful information because it is correct. Now, it's probably upset about some other error, but... Wow, so clutch. How are you? You came in at the right time. See, else cause of let else does not diverge. Oh no. Oh, we have some problems. I think this was from copy and pasting. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we can't use continue. I think this was in a loop. Do we even use this? I don't think we use this. Right. Because we were talking about this, and this doesn't feel like it makes a ton of sense. I think we're just going to delete this as a whole. We were going down a path, not a happy path. I don't think it was a happy path. So I was trying to work on the queue before I worked on getting like the htmx and everything working. And I've kind of switched gears a little to being like, let's get the htmx working. Because I was trying to build this system to work with the WebSocket that htmx was going to leverage. But then I could never figure out how that was going to work because I have no idea how that's going to work. I have never done that. Never done a WebSocket with htmx, but it should work. Watch it. Check this out. htmx WebSocket. WebSocket. It should work, right? You should be able to do like this. Yeah, they have this chat room example with this extension. It shouldn't be hard. Those are famous last words. Shouldn't be hard is my famous last words. Uh-oh. One second. Oh, that was a long time ago. My sister called me, and I completely missed it. Let's add a reminder. Why, when I click add a reminder, does it decide to remind me at 2 a.m.? Why is that your... I gotta go change that. There we go. Reasonable time. Sorry about that. I'm obviously really good at checking my phone. All right. Okay. So we've kind of set stuff up here. This is also weird because this is a module that runs a part of a much bigger module that has a bunch of different things in it. So yeah, all right, we're going. We're running. We've got an index that's just posting hello world, as it should be. Can we actually run this? I don't know. So it runs as a part of as a lib for the most part. because like I said, it just gets pulled in. But can we run it as itself? Because it should just call the lib, right? This should just wrap the lib. I think it can. So I think we can just try. Cargo run. Yeah, we should do this. I hit Control C. Of course I did. Of course I did. All right. Let's see. Page isn't working right now. All right. This is kind of expected. Actually, how is it running? Let's see. Missing connection upgrade header. Okay, so right. This shouldn't work because this is the WebSocket. The 9000 is the WebSocket because we didn't give it a HTTP handler. And honestly, it doesn't look like it's calling the run function like the rest of our stuff does. It's actually picking out the pieces of it. So we probably should fix this to run the lib like the rest of all the other clients do. Yeah, let's add a to-do for that. This should run like the full app does in the lib.rs. So the reason it's running, and I didn't think it would, is because it doesn't use the lib. Well, it does, but it just uses the pieces. But if it was calling run like everything else does, because again, everything uses it as a lib, it would need to instantiate this new front-end struct, which has new things. If we actually go and actually try to build the whole thing together, cargo build bin monolith. This should fail because it has to build that front-end API thing, and it doesn't have the right arguments anymore. See? It's missing a string. Anyways. But it just means that this sub-project module that does this thing, the front-end portion of it, needs the main to be updated to run like the lib does, because it doesn't. So it means we can't test it without testing the whole thing, which I was trying to just play around with this in Solidarity. Peter, I'm watching this after getting an A- in Intro to CS. Well, welcome, Peter. You're more than welcome here. Guess what? Do you want to know a secret? I was going to say I failed every CS class I took. I'm not sure that's entirely honest. Two reasons it's not honest. First is I actually took a computer science class and passed it. Second, I only took one class, so I did chemistry for the rest of it. So it's like super unhonest. The one CS class I took had us writing HTML. That was like the introduction. We wrote HTML on websites with like maybe Java or JavaScript. Not great. Oh, dude. Peter, that hurts. You needed a 92 to get an A and got a 91. That hurts. Did you go and talk to the professor? Seriously, Peter, I would go and talk to the professor and be like, hey, is there something I can do? Is there something I can do to get a point? They might. I don't know. My professors, I went to a small school, generally were pretty good about this. Now, I can tell you what not to do. Do not think so highly of your athletic capabilities that you go and challenge your Calculus 3 professor and say, hey, if I beat you in a game of racquetball in a whole set, if I beat you, will you let me skip the final? And if I lose, I will TA for you the whole next year. Before, you should at least Google that professor. Google that professor, because they might be a semi-professional racquetball player, and they might take you up on your bet, and they might annihilate you. Literally, I was a pretty good racquetball player at the time. Didn't score a point. I got destroyed. So I had to TA math because of that. I kept up with my end of the deal too. So I did get destroyed though. That was an embarrassment. He had people come and watch him play. Dang it. He was like 52. Anyways, I got my sweet little derriere handed to me. Slice of humility, as it were. I learned a lot of math from him. I do appreciate him. But anyways, that's a shame. Most professors I've always known will work with you. I guess really we need to start testing this. So we need to start building one of these things. All right, let's do this. Should we just delete all of this stuff? I think we are. I think this is, I mean, it's dead code. Nobody's using it. And it's wrong. So we're just going to start by deleting that. Then we're going to go back over here. It's the front end API. Wait. Yeah. Okay, yeah. We'll delete all this. Sorry. All right, let WebSocket address. We'll just do 0.0.0.080. No, we won't do 8080 for the WebSocket address. We'll do 9000 for the WebSocket address. And then we'll let HTTP address equal 0.0.0.0. And this will be the 8080. Because this is just for testing. We'll just make that at a comment. This is never how it's going to run, at least not anytime soon. This main function and is expected to be used for local testing. I mean, in theory, we should also, you know, make these configuration options and whatnot, but that's too much for right now. Eventually, each of these pieces, I think, should be able to be run separately if you want to. Because like we have a Twitch event listener that does that and puts it on a stream, which is pretty cool. But we don't run them separately. Do I like Tokyo? What would I use instead of Tokyo? So when somebody asks me if I like a library, the answer is I like it as much as there's not a better solution. So if you tell me something that does IO better than Tokyo, then I would be swayed on whether I like it or not. I don't have any inherent huge problems with how they do stuff. So like, I suppose there's another solution of like, it's just, I'll give you one. The Twitch API library we use. I don't love how they do things because they obfuscate a lot of things. It feels like a little bit Java-y to me. It's an okay library. I don't love it. Tokyo, on the other hand, it's fine. It does it. It does its job. And there's nothing else that I've seen that does IO better than them. Yeah, I like using Tokyo. The thing I like about Tokyo and what I've been working with the class on is that Tokyo has a huge ecosystem. And so I didn't actually used to leverage the whole ecosystem from Tokyo to Axum to tracing to MIO and Loom. I've not used Mini Redis, but it has a big ecosystem that allows you to make a microservice app for the most part. If you want to use gRPC or something like that, you need to branch outside. But for the most part, it allows you to build a microservice app with one ecosystem, and a decent ecosystem at that. Like I'm saying, I'm not saying that you couldn't nitpick at something or make faster channels than they did or something like that, but yeah, it's good. It's good. You know, I'm not a Rust expert. I literally get a couple hours a week with you guys to write Rust. I know Rust decently well, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't say that I've done, you know, Legion is probably going to be my biggest Rust project. And it's in pretty bad shape right now because I haven't gotten enough time to touch it. That's the backbone of the null cloud is Legion. So yeah. It's front-end API. I forgot what that was. Oh, your daily grind is mostly Python. My daily grind now is, you know, whatever it needs to be. I don't have a daily grind at this point. I mean, I'm still employed, but I don't have a language that I daily grind. I spend time helping different teams, so I do a decent amount of Golang, for sure. And yeah, I do a decent amount of Golang. Just was writing some JavaScript today. Oh boy, do I hate JavaScript. But yeah, so I help multiple teams, and so it depends on what team I'm helping, what I'm working on. Go and C are our most popular languages, so Go and C are our most popular language. So yeah. Actually, so I think I can just do like what API.run. Whoa, what? That's not what I did at all. I said API.run. Yeah, just that. It's right here. It's right here. And we don't use these things anymore, right? Right. So what we do use is the front end API struct. We can get rid of that. Cool. Maybe we can get rid of all these things because it should just be in this front end. Okay. So yeah, this is where we do need a receiver because we're supposed to be supplying messages to it. That's actually interesting. We could actually hard code like a loop to pass messages into this every so often for testing. Oh, we could do some test apparatus around this. Wow, so Clutch, that's me too. I can read C. If you ask me to write C right now, it would be a lot of Googling. It would be a lot of Googling, for sure. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, this we are passing in the receiver. That's not what I wanted to do at all. I wanted to do V $ yank. Back it up. Let no. Yeah, that was BS. Okay, I need to make a unbounded channel. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, but we can just delete this part. I just wanted to know what type I needed. It was an unbounded. All right, come on. Recommend something for me. I can never know if it's TX RX or RX TX. I never remember which one. Let's see. RXTX. Of course, I did it the wrong way. Wait. Let me just check again. Sender receiver. Wait. TXRX. I had it right. I listened to Twitch chat and got it wrong. I guessed 2, okay? But I guessed correctly. I guessed 2. Okay? Shouldn't this just be a display message, right? I shouldn't have to explicitly type this as... Right? Come on, Rust. You can do this. I don't want to... No. This should be able to... What? Oh, wait. I'm just such a... I'm an idiot. I got stuck on that it was this, not the fact that it wants a receiver and I was sending a sender. You know, that of course was not the problem. Okay. Yeah, we'll underscore this for right now. Done. Because in the end we could write some test something to send a message. Yeah. Let's run this. Cargo run. Oh, not here. Not here. Stop it. Cargo run. Now we should be able to go localhost and go 8080 and get hello world. Now, really, this should be our Twitch alerts, which then means it should be blank, because that's how Twitch alerts work, is it's blank if there's no alert happening. But we're just proving at this point that Axum is running and that our test apparatus is running. So this is building up and working correctly. Awesome. Okay, cool. That's good. Yeah, and our HTML is expanding. We got an H1. This is an H1, isn't it? Let's make sure. It's an H1. It's an H1. We're golden. We're golden. Can we one step at a time? All right, I would, but it is midnight 42, almost 1. It's almost 1 for me, and I have the news tomorrow at lunch, and I have to have the news completely prepared tonight so that I can just hop on at lunch and give you guys the news. So because of that, I'm gonna have to get going. I'm sorry, Wow So Clutch. I'm sorry. I know that we were just kind of getting stuff going. But if we have spare time on Saturday morning, we'll be doing some of this. Although I know Saturday morning, if you're on the West Coast, is pretty early for you. Maybe I'll stream some more lunches. I don't know. But I do need to get going I got to get all that prepared. And that takes me about an hour. So I'm going to be up till 2 at least. So I have to get going. Sorry. It is a good place to go. It is a good place to go. I mean, like, it's building. We've gotten progress. I have ended streams on worse places. Let's actually add this. Get commit -m updated init htmx. That's actually a little over ambitious because I don't actually think we inited htmx because our index probably needs to be a file that like includes the htmx stuff. Like we need to where is it? We need to like add some script tags to our stuff to include those things, I believe. So we're not quite, it's optimistic, but it's in Git at least now. Okay, that's it for me tonight, everyone. Thanks, everybody. If you feel free to, noon Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow, we cover the news. We cover software engineering, open source, and cloud news in an hour and a half of pure lunch madness. Other than that, I got to get off tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for joining. Actually, let's find somebody to stream. I know I just did my sign-off spiel, but let's raid somebody. Who needs raided? We have RW Grim, if we want some C. We have the Quantum, a Quantum Apprentice doing something. I think they're doing React. I don't know. Let's see. Software and game development. And Bad Cup. Those are the ones that are on right now that I know of. Is there another person that you guys know that's on that we should send 10 fantastic viewers to? Do you know somebody that's just underrated? Less than 5 viewers? That is actually something I want to keep a public list of, is like underrated streamers, like tech streamers. It's something I would love to do because it's so hard, even if you're like a good streamer or whatnot, to actually be seen. So if you think of one, join my Discord and drop me a link. I'm going to be keeping a list because I want to. We'll just cop out here with the Quantum Apprentice. Not a cop out. But he has more viewers than I do. All right. Go say hi to the Quantum Apprentice. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. I hope you guys had a fantastic evening. Go hang out. And I'll see you guys later.